Okay, today we are going to be talking about a great product from It Works Global called Fat Fighters with Carb Inhibitors. I know that for the most part we try to eat healthfully, try to avoid foods that we know are bad for us, but I also know that sometimes life gets in the way, and either because we're busy or because every once in a while we feel like splurging, we eat some things that probably aren't the best for us and probably are high in carbs, high in fat, and all those things that taste great but aren't the greatest for us. And these fat fighters with carb inhibitors are here to kind of help us in those times like that. So what I'd like to do today is give you a demonstration of what the fat fighters do. This cup of water that I have is going to represent our stomach, and I'm going to pour a little bit of oil in here. And this is going to represent a meal. A meal that we overdid, or maybe even a meal that we weren't supposed to eat to begin with. Maybe a fast food meal, maybe an extra big holiday meal, maybe some extra dessert. Something like that that we know we're going to be wearing on our hips in a couple days. So that's the fat. So what I've taken is the fat fighters, and I've taken 2 fat fighters, which is what you would want to take within an hour of eating this meal. And I have crushed it up just so we can see quickly what these do inside our body. Okay, so I'm going to take these 2 tablets and I'm going to sprinkle them in. And we're just going to watch and see what happens. And as that absorbs, what you're going to see is, I think, pretty dramatic. All right, and what is happening, and you're going to see it in a second, is that the fat fighter is actually binding to the fat that you've just consumed, and it prevents that fat from absorbing. It will absorb up to 30% of that fat. Here it comes. As you can see, it is binding to it and not allowing it to absorb. It will also absorb up to 70% of the carbs you ingest. Okay, it's kind of gross looking, but it's really nice that it's taking out so much of that fat from what you just consumed. And basically what that will do now is it will pass through your digestive system and it will go out in the waste. This is a great product for diabetics who are wanting to control their carbs, which affect their blood sugar levels. It's also great for people with high cholesterol because it absorbs fat away from your body being able to absorb it, and obviously it helps with the cholesterol. They do work in your stomach, not in your intestines, so you're not going to have like attacks where you have to be running to the bathroom like you do with so many other things. So anyway, I hope this demonstration has been helpful to explain what fat fighters with carb inhibitors do. If you would like to order some, please go to my website, hannairving.myitworks.com. Thank you.